When I was a child, my grandfather taught me never to turn my back on the ocean. Growing up on an island in the Pacific, this was, and still is, life-giving advice. Sometimes we've seen tourists come to Hawaii wanting to take the best pictures possible. They don't know, so they walk to the ocean's edge, turn their backs on the water, and smile for the camera and get completely wiped out. It's all fun on the sandy beaches, but can be dangerous for people who forget how powerful and awesome the ocean can be. People have died because they don't understand and don't respect the power and turn their backs. One of the scariest stories in the Bible is about a guy named Achan during the time of Joshua and the city of Jericho. God gave the Israelites specific instructions on how to defeat Jericho. He also told them not to take any of the treasures from the city for their own personal use. No silver, no gold for anyone. The whole city would be devoted to God. They followed the strategy exactly, except for one person and one thing. A guy named Achan secretly takes some treasure and hides it under his tent, and then there's a problem. But not immediately. There's a lag sometimes in the impact sin has on our life. We do something we know we shouldn't. Nothing happens, and so we're like, all right, I'm cool. We do it again. Nothing bad happens. All right. But eventually, the price for sin has to be paid. There are always consequences for our actions, good and bad. Achan took the silver and gold, and nothing happened right then. And at first, he's nervous. A day goes by, a couple of days, and still no problem. He thinks he's gotten away with it and begins to relax. But, and there's always a but, God knows, and he's found out, and it's the hard way. The Israelite army gets routed at the next battle against a way smaller force. People die, and the Israelites are shocked. Where's God? Why isn't he with us? God responds, Israel has sinned. They've taken some of the devoted things. They've stolen and lied and put them among their own belongings. Therefore, the people of Israel cannot stand before their enemies. They turn their backs before their enemies because they have become devoted for destruction. I will be with you no more, God says, unless you destroy the devoted things from among you. The Israelites end up turning their backs and running because one guy was hiding his sin. There's consequence for disobedience and disobeying the Lord. Keep in mind this one thing. For us as Christians, God never turns away. It's always our backs that he sees. This message hurts, but I'm not sorry. If we want the full blessing of God, there needs to be full obedience from us. Search your heart and search your house. Get rid of anything inside either that keeps you from being whole and completely devoted to God.